I have a girlfriend, not for long. Not when she finds out about your mini boyfriends. Whore. Will you please listen to what I'm saying? I do not talk to whores. You are dead to me. You're dead to all of us. So Ahmed, I'm not listening, la 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 la. Ahmed, there's someone here I want you to meet. One of your whore boyfriends? I think not. No, I think this is someone you would like to see. Is it a woman? No, I already have a goat. This is a surprise guest. Ryan Seacrest? No, damn it. Look. What I want you to do is I just want you to look over there while I'm getting him out so he won't peek. Okay, just look over there. Oh, wait a minute. When I'm not looking, are you going to kill me? No, that's actually a good way of doing it, you know. Kind of old school, but effective. It's like, hey, look at that. No, just look over there and don't look back until I say so. Okay, whatever. This is kind of like Christmas, huh? Yeah. Just look over there. Okay, don't peek. Okay, I'm not gonna peek. Could you stay over here? No? No. Okay. Who the hell is that? Hello, Father. It's your son, Ahmed Jr. AJ? That's right. Wait, I thought you were dead. Surprise. This is great. Hey, what happened to your face? Oh yeah, my bad. Ahmed, he's your son. Look at him. What do you see? Well, he does have my eye. Actually, I do. Yes, I do. Why do you sound like Elton John? When you were separated after the accident, he was raised in England. Did my mom miss me? Yeah, I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. How do you not know? Oops. What's wrong with your leg? Nothing. What's wrong with my leg? I don't know. Can you fix this? No, I don't fix it. Damn it. Don't look at me. All right. Maybe get Marnell to help us. What Marnell? He works for. I know Marnell! Come fix my leg. Hey. He's kind of cute. Okay, and moving on.
We have a little boy, man. We so excited about it. It's a blessing, man. There he is, right there. That's little my son, right there. Yeah, it's awesome, man. He's 2 years old, almost 2.5. My wife says now that we need a daughter, and I'm like, oh no, we don't. I can't imagine my wife having a backup bitch. Like a little her following her around the house. You're right, he doesn't do anything around here. With a big FedEx box and a little FedEx box out there. The best part, when my son started to talk, his first word was daddy, and I was so happy. And then my wife got excited. She goes, oh, he's gonna say mommy next. He calls her babe. It's hilarious. Oh, there's nothing funnier than my 2-year-old walking around the house going, babe. Paw Patrol, babe. If that doesn't work, he uses her real name. Renee! got poop. It's the best. But now that he talks, man, he says things to my wife that I can't believe he gets away with. So my wife's telling me a story, right? My son is sitting on her lap facing her, okay? Halfway through my wife's story, my son takes his little hand and he puts it on her lips and he said, babe, stop talking. I was so proud. I said, finally, somebody said it. I was like, wait a minute, I think my son's a mind reader. My wife, she looked at me like, do something, and I was like, but that went from that to, oh no. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I love my wife, but her stories suck. They take forever, there's no punchlines. So, she'll go off on a tangent that has nothing to do with the original story. It's the worst. It took her 2 minutes the other day to tell me that she went to Chick-fil-A and it was good. She came home all excited. Oh my God, I went to Chick-fil-A, it was so good. But first of all, let me tell you, I was in the car and I was driving and I was like, oh my God, I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A because I was so hungry because I've been on that diet. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, I deserve it. I've been so good to myself. And I saw a Chick-fil-A and I was like, oh my God, God wants me to have a Chick-fil-A. So I went ahead and I pulled into that Chick-fil-A, but it was closed. And I was like, oh my God, why is it closed? It's not Sunday. Because you know me, I always crave Chick-fil-A on Sundays and they're closed. And I don't know why I always crave Chick-fil-A on Sundays, but I do and they're always closed. But it wasn't Sunday, it was Saturday. And I was like, why are they closed? It was a new Chick-fil-A, it's not even open yet. So I was like, well, forget it. I guess I'm not gonna have Chick-fil-A. So I got in the car and I was like, you know what? God does not want me to have Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna go ahead and stick to my diet. And then I saw another Chick-fil-A and I was like, oh my God, God does want me to have Chick-fil-A. So I went ahead and pulled into that Chick-fil-A and the girl that was taking my order, oh my God, she had like the cutest little earrings. They were like little Christmas trees. And I was like, oh my God, where did you get those? And she said Hobby Lobby, but there's no way that she got them at Hobby Lobby because I was just at Hobby Lobby and they don't sell earrings at Hobby Lobby. I mean, maybe they sold her the stuff to make them. I mean, you can make them at Hobby Lobby, but she didn't buy them at Hobby Lobby. So anyway, it was good. From the minute your child is born, it changes your life, and you see your wife in a different light, man. I saw my baby born, and let me tell you something. What? I almost didn't make it. I was working the day my child was born, but thank God I was able to make it. And I'm not an asshole, okay? He came 2.5 weeks early. My wife, I'm working at the MGM Grand. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm performing with a comedian named Brad Garrett. You guys know who that is? Yeah. Everybody loves Raymond, right? Brad and I, over the years, have become friends. We work together in Vegas. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything is fine. I'm checking in with my wife. Thursday, right before I walk on stage, my wife calls me. She says, you need to come home. We're having a baby. I ran over to Mr. Brad Garrett. I said, Brad, I have to go, man. We're having a baby. And Brad Garrett goes, of course you are. You're Mexican. I go, you don't have to pay me for the days I'm not going to work. You're Jewish. And that's how friends treat each other. And I'll be honest with you, man, I can't wait to go back to a time in this country when we can all talk like that to each other. And at the end of the day, we're all Americans. He was very nice, Mr. Brad Garrett. He wrote me a check for the entire week. Then he wrote me another check and he put it in an envelope and he wrote baby on it. Yeah, he goes, that's for your baby. I said, thank you, Brad. I got to my wife at 3 o'clock in the morning. She was in labor, continued to be in labor for 26 more hours. I'm with you. I could have done the show. She wanted to have a natural childbirth. Don't do those. Every few minutes she'd hulk out on me, I'm gonna punch you in your face. I'm like, there's a man in there. At one point, she called me to her like the devil herself. She goes, come here, motherfucker. The nurse goes, she's talking to you. So I put my piece of pizza down. Let me tell you something, people. You do not know the physical strength of your wife until you meet her in labor. And she grabs your titty with the strength of 15 gorillas and shakes you. 5 finally, the doctor lady pulls me outside. She goes, we need to do something. I said, we? I go, I don't work here, lady. I'm scared. I came in here with a woman. There's a man in there. I go, look at my tit. She goes, we recommend an epidural. I said, we recommend an exorcism. Look, I don't know what epidurals are. And a lot of you fellas know this. They don't let you in there to see the epidural. They asked me to leave. That's weird to me, because I could watch my child come out, but I can't watch you do an epidural? What's an epidural? I don't think it's medicine at all, people. I think 3 priests come in the room. We had our baby. One of the best days of my life. My wife and I sat there together. My wife says, how did it go with Brad Garrett? I go, went great, he paid us. My wife goes, oh my God, that was nice. I go, yeah, it was real nice. I said, he gave us another check. I opened up the envelope, $25,000. I told my wife, I said, we can't keep this. She goes, oh, yeah, we can. She says, I'm a Virgo, and we're the keeper of all things money, so.
My boy is 24 years old, and he is married. He got out of college. He met his college sweetheart his freshman year. He said he would never marry young, but he did, and he brought her home. And all right, who in here has had boys and girls? Can you clap? Who do you think's easier to raise? I mean, just yell it out. Boys or girls? Boys. Boys. Every once in a while, a little frail woman will yell, girl. And she's probably being threatened. But anyway, no. We love our girls. I love my girls. I truly do. And I know that when I'm in the nursing home, they'll be the ones to come and pluck my chin hairs. Because my boy will be off with his wife and her people. Because he said to me, he brought her home and he said, you got a terrible look on your forehead. And I said, oh, it's nothing against her. It's just I'm jealous because I thought you would only love me. I know that's twisted. I know it is. But he was the best thing that ever happened to me. All right, my kids all yell at me and my husband, everybody's in a bad mood all the time. And he's the only one that's never fussed at me. And he was just the sweetest child growing up. And so when he said he was going to marry somebody and move off, it was awful. But let me say that I love her. And they live near us. And she's like another child to me. And it has been a blessing. She is very sweet and has forgiven me for my forehead looks. But anyway, but he said to me right before they got married, he goes, Mom, she's going to be my immediate family. You're now my extended family. He said, Mom, that's biblical. I thought, why did I show him the Bible? Let me tell you all about him. He's an old soul. Have you ever met anybody that was an old soul? He was born an 80-year-old man. He has had a garden since he was in 6th grade. He plays the mountain dulcimer and the banjo. He woodworks. He makes spoons. He makes spoons. I mean, he is so yummy. All right, his favorite music is gospel bluegrass. His favorite, oh, well, no. Okay. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. All right. His favorite artist was Dr. Ralph Stanley. Dr. Ralph, look at you. Look at you, knowing who Dr. Ralph Stanley is. Okay, for those of you who don't, he was on the Oh Brother Where Art Thou. That is probably the most famous thing he did. But he was the godfather of Mountain Soul. He ended up dying at like 92. He had a little cowboy hat propped on his head. Yummy. Okay, he would come through Knoxville and I would take my son to see Dr. Ralph when my son couldn't drive. They propped little Dr. Ralph up on stage because he was so old. I almost threw my panties at him because that's what you do to Tom Jones. And I love him. But anyway, I'm standing there listening to Dr. Ralph Stanley singing gospel bluegrass, and I think to myself, how many teenage boys are listening to this? What are teenage boys listening to? Rihanna, Walk a Flock of Flame, some of that nasty goings on. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I had to yell at my boy, turn that gospel bluegrass down. You're out of control. If I hear I Saw the Light one more time.
3 girls, 20, 18, 16. Oh, my house looks like Clay Aiken exploded in it, okay? I live in Malibu Barbie's dream house. There is a pink, fluffy, furry thing on every surface in the house. My son and I huddle in a corner covered in steer blood chanting. I try to protect him from the estrogen cloud. Get in the den, buddy. It's coming to the kitchen. No, I will not take you to Pottery Barn. Get in the kitchen. 3 daughters. I own 37 Barbies in body parts alone. People with daughters, no, we have an entire Barbie morgue drawer. Legless torsos, a hair sticking Barbie. What happened to you? Ken's out in the pool. What is with you girls and Ken? You take it all out on Ken, don't you? I know. Look, every Christmas morning, oh, Ken, his head is off. Say, honey, you want a Barbie? Go assemble one yourself, okay? Snap on a pair of legs. If she walks like this, she's got one of dead Ken's legs on, all right? But 3 girls and then a boy? Are you kidding me? Look, you give a girl a bicycle. Oh, have a nice ride on a sunny day. Huh? A shovel, a tool, plant a flower for mommy. A Barbie, little friend you can talk to when you're feeling blue. Then you have a boy. A bicycle is something you can lift up and hit somebody in the head with. And a shovel, you can hit somebody in the head with. And a Barbie with a swinging hair, you can hit somebody in the head with. A boy, 2-year-old boy, picks up a Barbie, looks at those pointy plastic toes and goes, oh. Can stab with Barbie. Barbie kills. Barbie good. Boys will make a weapon out of anything. You put a baby boy in a high chair, give him a slice of cheese, he's like, you know, if I throw this fast enough, I could kill somebody. I had 3 girls then, but don't mess with me. You give a girl a popsicle stick, right? Can I have some glue? I'd like to make an arts and crafts project. Give a boy a popsicle stick. I'm going to the driveway to sharpen this. I'm going to tape this to a slice of cheese and kill somebody. But they don't listen. Discipline, totally different. Boys and girls. You have 3 girls that used to walk on eggshells. To just discipline girls, they take what you say so seriously. You do the lightest thing. May I speak with you, young lady? I'm disappointed in you. I was expecting a lot better behavior from a young lady like you. I don't expect to see that again. Do you understand, Daddy? She's a... Like she's permanently psychologically damaged. Then you have a boy, the only thing that works. Knock it off! Or I'll kill you! no matter what you say to a boy, he hears Charlie Brown's teachers. You can see it in his eyes. He doesn't care. He does not care. You could put a boy in a timeout for 7 years. He'll just stand there. Eventually you're gonna crack. 2 more minutes, I'm shaking. There's one thing a boy will listen to, communicate with. The one thing a boy, the silverback ape. That's because mom has like 16 levels of anger, right? Disappointment, frustration, impatient, right? Displeased, perturbed, annoyed, irritated, upset, mad, enraged, livid, insane. Dad has watching TV, silverback ape. My wife will stand there for a half an hour. You better get up and brush your teeth, buddy. I told you, you better start moving. You had better I'm stomping my foot now. My foot is stomping, buddy. Don't try me tonight. I'm stomping my foot. You better start moving. I'm gonna, 1. Oh, you want 1, don't let me get 2. 2.5. Tom, will you tell him to brush his teeth? Do you want to walk to the bathroom? Or do you want to fly? Because I can get you there real fast, buddy. How about this? I'll brush your teeth for you. Remember that night? He goes. But when a boy finally goes, it's like he's walking in a wind tunnel. Brush your teeth. Okay!
I don't get him. I don't know. You know what he did the other day? Stepman decided to take a shower on his own. My wife and I looked at each other, we're like, he must have plans. Hygiene's just not his thing. And here's the weird part, like you can hear when you have 2 bathrooms, you can hear the water running, but is this normal? The teenagers, you can hear him drop the soap. Like regularly, it's like, doomp, doomp, doomp. And I'm like, what is this? And he does it every shower, and it's just irritating, and it's taking a toll on me. I'm like, what you got? Little ass hands? Do you need a rope? Like last time it really got to me. I'm like, stop dropping the soap. My wife, she walks to the bedroom door. Michael, if you can't handle watching movies about prison, change the station. Then Stepman did what I call the most unfathomable thing I've ever seen. He broke his shower, which should make sense to no one. It didn't to me until he shows up at our bedroom door holding the nozzle. I broke it. I don't know, it just came out the wall. Yeah, right out the wall, you know. Do you mind if I use yours? You ain't coming in here. You just go back in there and have the water shoot out the wall at you. What were you, hanging from it? And that's what he does. He goes, I guess he has the water shoot out the wall at him, you know, and that is what's happening. He's leaving to go to some party. Now my wife and I, we in the kitchen, and Stepman comes in with the most wrinkled shirt you've ever seen in your life. I'm talking the type of wrinkled where you gotta look at another person where you're like, there's no way he's about to wear that shit right there. No way, right? Y'all don't get the level of wrinkle. You know how on your pants there's 2 pockets in the front? right? You know how there's two in the back. You know how you sometimes had the little pocket right there? It looked like he pulled the shirt out of that pocket. And then I hit Stepman with a question, and I can't tell now if he's a genius or dumb as hell based off his response. I'm like, Stepman, you really about to wear that wrinkled ass shirt to the party? His response, it's gonna be dark. You see how it kinda makes sense? Like he already planned this out. He knew how the lighting was gonna be and found the most wrinkled piece of clothing he could find. And I'm like, worried, like that made too much sense. Following day, midday, we're in the kitchen. My wife's cooking, Stepman's there. Hey, Stepman, how was the party? Forgot to tell y'all. Forgot to tell us what? Got in a car accident. Now, I don't know if this is a teenager thing to just forget. Something that seems very, very much important. And then he describes the accident. And it's like, how did you forget this? His friend's there in two separate cars. He hits his friend's car into traffic. His friend's car gets hit by another car, he says, and flips 3 times. He says his friends have to be helicopter airlifted to the nearest hospital. I'm like, what? Then what happened? Looks at me like an idiot. What do you mean what happened? We went to the party. Our car didn't flip. And I love it when people view this comedy stuff and they're like, is this real? That story verbatim. I did not change a word to that story. This next part of the story, I made up. But Stepman, what about your friends? Why don't you go to the hospital? There's too much light there. They would have saw my shirt.